Saint Thomas Aquinas was born in Aquino, Italy around 1225, at a time when men questioned the world around them. Attending school in Monte Cassino gave Thomas a base in math, science, and art. In 1244, much to his family's displeasure, Thomas joined the Dominican order, a Catholic order established to combat heresy in the Augustinian time. He was taught in the Dominican houses in Cologne and Paris by Albert Magnus, a scientist and philosopher during the Middle Ages and student of Aristotle's writing. After studying with Magnus, Thomas became a theologian and natural philosopher, working as a professor of theology at the University of Paris, while sporadically serving different popes. His over 50 written works explore different aspects of Christianity and philosophy, with interpretations of the Bible, answering questions about God's power, a manual for missionaries outlining the basic doctrines of Christianity, and various commentaries on Aristotle. Thomas's works span a wide variety of subjects, answering the questions raised during the time period. Around this time, Aristotle's philosophies had been recently translated into Latin, allowing literate individuals to easily access and comment on them. Aristotle's thoughts differed greatly from Christianity. Whereas Aristotle thought God was a distant prime mover, the world was eternal, and denied personal immortality, Christianity affirmed a personal God concerned with individuals and a temporary world. Between the extremes of support for Aristotle, Thomas attempted to create a middle ground. In On the Eternity of the World, he neither agreed or disagreed with Aristotle's thoughts. Thomas stated that since God had created earth, it lay in his hands to make it eternal or not. This train of thought found an abundance of support and popularity during the Renaissance. Thomas was careful not to distort the theological appeals within his arguments, further augmenting the appeals of his work and thoughts. Thomas believed that faith completed rather than contradicts reason. As a theologian and natural philosopher, his occupation was equivalent to a synthesis of science and religion today. He thought that some things could only be known through reason. However, since Aristotle was before Jesus' time, he could only go so far. The rest was completed by Christian revelations. I don't see what one's interpretations of the text of Aristotle has to do with teaching of the faith, he once said. Thomas's most important work, the Summa Theologia, is the main basis for his reputation even today. With a systematic analysis of Christianity, outlining proofs for God's existence, ethics, and Christ's role as a protector of humanity, the Summa Theologia became a manual of virtue, a textbook for theology. Providing guidance for beginners in theology, it has become one of the classics in the history of philosophy and one of the most influential pieces of literature in the Western world. After Thomas's death in 1274, the importance of his work prominently increased. His works are considered, even today, to provide extremely inspiring commentaries on Christ and explanation of important texts. The Fathers of Trent made it part of the order to refer to the Summa of Thomas Aquinas for advice, reason, and inspiration, providing Thomas with an extremely high honor. The Catholic Church regularly reaffirms the importance of Thomas's work for understanding concepts of Christianity, regarding his commentaries as valid sources of culture. In 1879, Leo XIII issued the Trinitatis, calling for a revival in the study of Thomas Aquinas. This allowed for liberal art universities' curricula to be reshaped based on Thomas's thoughts. Thomistic philosophy, or Neo-Thomism, developed, applying Thomas's works, natural law, the Catholic view of human nature, society, and politics on modern issues. Thomistic philosophy is often considered the official ideology of the Roman Catholic Church, demonstrating the profound, lasting impact Thomas had on the world of Christianity and philosophy.